Hi, my name is Jim Bagents. I'm the Academic Dean for the College of Engineering. I wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the University of Arizona, to our college. You and I will have the opportunity to meet face-to-face when classes convene in August. I'm recording this brief message in advance of that date, mostly to encourage you to work through your orientation steps carefully. Notice I said orientation steps. Orientation is not complicated, but orientation is not just one act or one exercise. There's one primary goal of orientation, but there are multiple facets to orientation. What we call orientation is really an onboarding process, and that process works best if you give it your diligent attention. Now, I know it sounds like I just told you to go to class, do your homework, eat your vegetables, and respect your elders. What I'm really trying to tell you is that orientation is important and that we're here to help. You've reached this stage of your academic development through a combination of talent, effort, and maturation. As people working in higher education, that's a fancy way of saying college, we get excited about the chance to work with capable students. Speaking on behalf of our faculty and staff, I'm confident in stating that we're pleased that you are enrolling in our college. You've been successful to this stage of your academic development. We want to keep you on a successful path. Given that you're a good student, I know that almost by definition, you must have a variety of intellectual interests. I also know in your time here, you will learn. That's what good students do. As you learn, your interests will evolve and develop. Our goal is to support you in your learning as you pursue your developing interests, even if those interests lead you out of engineering and into some other discipline, such as neuroscience or law or history, or I don't know. I don't really know what you'll do. I do know that good students choose to do all kinds of interesting things. So we don't define success for you in terms of you earning an engineering degree. We hope that you do earn an engineering degree, and most of you will. But because of who you are, success going forward might take on a variety of shapes and forms. That's okay with us. It comes with the territory when you're working with good students. You've been successful to this point. We want to keep you on a successful path. The steps you take during your orientation processes are amongst the first steps you will take on your path here at the U of A. If you ask me, I would say the main goal, the primary purpose of orientation is to get you into an academic schedule for fall semester that makes sense for you, and for you to begin to meet people, in some cases virtually, who can and will assist you throughout your tenure as an engineering student at the U of A. When you start classes with us in fall semester, your schedule of classes should make sense for you as an individual from the perspective of what kinds of engineering you might want to do and your academic background to date. The College of Engineering advising team, some of the people you will encounter online as you navigate through your onboarding with the university, will work with you to get you into a proper schedule. These advising folks, also known as your academic advisors, work with new students all the time. They do this for a living. They will partner with you to get you into the right position to start fall semester. I hasten to add that some of these very same people will be there to congratulate you when you complete your bachelor's degree about 4 or 5 years from now. As one of your orientation steps, you will have the opportunity to have a one-on-one meeting with an academic advisor to review your schedule, and you will have the ability to schedule additional appointments if needed throughout the summer. An important predicate to your initial meeting with your academic advisor is your math placement exam. In the course of this short message, I don't have time to go through all the reasons why math placement is important, but I do have time to stress that it's very important for you to take your math placement exam well in advance of your initial meetings with your academic advisors. That's most of what I wanted to say to you today. There are a couple of other items I want to add, mostly related to the design of the orientation process. For one, you can go back over information that you have forgotten or misunderstood. In some sense, you can retrace your orientation steps. You don't have to get all of the stuff done in one day. You can work through a few of the items over a period of days. So, less time pressure. We can and will engage in dialogue with you as needed as the summer goes along. The initial meeting with your academic advisor is important, but it's just the beginning of the relationship. We're here to help throughout your onboarding to the university and throughout your tenure as a student. Okay, I've taken enough of your time. Please accept my best wishes for a productive and safe summer. I look forward to seeing you soon here in Tucson. Take care of yourself and have a great orientation experience.
Welcome, freshman engineering Wildcats. Welcome to our engineering family and your new home, the College of Engineering here at the University of Arizona. We're excited to see you and eager to meet you. I'm Philip Medlock, and let me show you around and introduce you to the team that will support you. Stay connected to our community and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Welcome. Engineering 104 is our Engineering Advising Center, and this is where Ricky, myself, and Marissa are located.
Hi, Ricky Casillas. I'm one of the academic advisors here at the College of Engineering. I advise the last names A through I. Welcome to orientation. As academic advisors, we're here to help you navigate the university system as well as accomplish your goal of becoming an engineer. If you have any questions about research opportunities, internships, class scheduling, policies, dates, deadlines, anything involving engineering and the University of Arizona, please don't hesitate to ask.
Hello again, I'm Philip Medlock. I'm one of the freshman advisors. I advise last names K through S. I've been at the U of A for almost 12 years, 10 of those years at the College of Engineering. I prefer that students call me Uncle Phil because I'm married into a Polynesian family. And in a Polynesian family, you only have aunties and uncles. So with that said, you have an Uncle Phil that works here at the U of A. Welcome to the family.
Hi, I'm Marissa Pope-Mailings. I'm the Associate Director of Academic Advising for the College of Engineering. I also advise students with the last names T through Z and all of our Global Direct program students. We are very excited to be meeting you at orientation in just a few days. We're here to help, so please ask lots of questions and we can't wait to meet you.
What are advisors? We are here to promote your success, navigate policies, and direct you to campus resources. Every engineering department has a major advisor to assist you with your academic goals and graduation. We as freshman advisors get you through the first couple of semesters. Remember, you have a go-to person that's here to help. Also, you may have a separate advisor if you want a minor, are in an honors college, or in a professional program. We encourage our students to get involved with campus life. We have cultural learning communities, student government, intramural sports, undergraduate research, on-campus jobs and internships. We also want you to be involved with our engineering community. This is a great opportunity to hear from some of our students. Let me introduce you to the GEARS, our student support team. The GEARS stand for Giving Engineering Assistance, Resources, and Services. Our GEARS are students just like you. They are going through the engineering program and they know the ins and outs of engineering. Everyone are GEARS.
Hello, I'm Weston Myers. I am a aerospace engineering major here at the University of Arizona. I'm originally from Oregon, but I came down here in 2019 to pursue my degree. I'm in Rocket Club, and I really follow closely with every sort of aspect of engineering. So welcome.
How's it going? My name is Alexis Morales. I am a fourth year here at the University of Arizona. I'm majoring in systems engineering, and I have been part of Engineering Ambassadors, SHIP, which is Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, and I'm part of Engineering Peer Mentors. I've had previous experiences in Raytheon and in The Specialist, and currently I'm looking to intern at Northrop Grumman for the summer.
Hey everyone, my name is Kate Biesick, and I am a senior here at the U of A. I'm studying chemical engineering with a minor in material science and engineering. I work at the College of Engineering Office of Academic Affairs, and I also have done some undergraduate research here in the chemical engineering department. Since starting my undergrad at the University of Arizona, I've worked on a few projects. One of them is modeling and fabricating art for local artists here in Tucson to bring to art and music festivals. Another one is working on determining the degradation of sunscreen compounds over time. And then the last one is using supercritical fluid extraction to extract oil from date seeds.
There are tons of clubs at the University of Arizona, and many of them are College of Engineering specific clubs. There are clubs for every major. I am in Rocket Club right now. I joined as a junior. This is something I wish I would have done earlier, as this allowed me to apply skills I had learned in class to real-world applications, and that actually helped me get an internship for the summer. I highly recommend that you join clubs early, and I highly recommend that you join many clubs to find out which is best for you.
So I've been part of 3 clubs here at the University of Arizona. I am part of SHIP, which is Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. I am part of Engineering Ambassadors and Engineering Peer Mentors. In SHIP, I have done several things, such as being part of the e-board as a treasurer, and even ran workshops for the events that we hold for our community. In Engineering Ambassadors, we look out for prospective students who would want to come to the university, and we just give them insights of what majors are here and what we could provide for them. And as an engineer peer mentor, we get mentees that are graduating from high school into college, and we try to give them a smooth transition of what it is going from high school and transitioning over into college. So in many of the clubs that I've been, it's not really how you put it on your resume, but it's what you get out of. Me personally, not only have I met a lot of people who I have interacted with, but just like in SHIP and NEA, you're able to connect with other people, and that's what really drives the reason why you want to be there. SHIP, you get a lot of people, a lot of alumni that come back and they're like, hey, would you be interested in a position once you graduate? And it's those little things that allow you to set a foot forward and get your foot in the door once you graduate. And as a mentor, I mean, you just help other people. So that's one of the biggest things for me as a freshman. I used to get help by a mentor, and so that's why I just want to pass it along and give it to the following engineers so that they could learn and grow from what I have done. But reason why I recommend is there's a lot of benefits to it. You can't go wrong with any club that you go into, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot from people that are around you.
If you want to expand your perspective, we have study abroad programs specifically for engineering students. You can take engineering courses at a university overseas. You participate in research or internships in foreign countries. You can pursue a minor or a second major, knock out some gen eds overseas, explore the world and experience new cultures. If you're interested, go to studyabroad.arizona.edu. Here at the College of Engineering, we have 16 different majors. Most of you have come in as no major selected. That's okay, because your first year here is an exploratory year. We don't want you to just be an engineer. We want you to go beyond that. We want you to be an engineer. We want you to invent cool things like cell phones, electric cars, supercomputers. Uncle Phil has 2 stents in his heart, which was developed not only by medical doctors, but also designed by biomedical engineers, material science engineers, as well as mechanical engineers. So again, we want you to find your niche. Find that passion here. Now, some of you come in as you picked your major, which is okay too, because within that major, you may have 3 or 4 sub-majors. And again, finding your niche, being able to explore, to not only just be an engineer, but beyond that, be an engineer. Also remember, your mission here at the U of A is to improve the human condition. You're gonna make life better for old guys like myself. You're extending my life, you're making my life a little bit better. So improve the human condition.
The way I chose my major was actually a long time coming. When I was 3 or 4 years old, as soon as I could talk, I knew I loved Star Wars and I knew I loved airplanes because my older brothers and my father were in the Air Force. This evolved later on into a love of everything space and everything flight. So here I am, junior year, and I'm still in aerospace, and that is what I came in doing. I know, however, that many people that came in thinking they knew what they wanted to do ended up switching majors because they figured out that they have a passion for something else. That is 100% fine. I would even venture to say that I'm one of the few that keeps their major that they intended with.
As I said before, I'm a chemical engineering student, but in the beginning of my college experience, I actually came in wanting to do something else, but after taking Engineering 102A and B, I decided that chemical is the best route for me. My goal is to work in the cosmetic industry as a cosmetic formulator, so that is why I chose chemical engineering. And then as I went through my college experience, I also fell in love with material science, which is why I chose a minor in material science. And that is how I chose my major and minor.
So originally I came into the U of A thinking I was going to do optics and took some courses, but then I found out that it wasn't really what I was looking for, and that's when I found out system engineering and what it really entails. And so once I started taking classes in systems engineering, I was able to see that they were actually overlooking more of the managerial side, more of logistics and supply chain, and that's basically what I wanted to get into. I wanted to get that understanding of how can we connect engineering and the business side.
Declaring a major. Like Phil said, most students are going to start off as no major selected, and that's great. We want you to be truly passionate about the field you go into. Most students don't declare until after their first or second semester. We do require that you declare before you reach 60 units. To declare a major in engineering, you must have 12 units of math, science, or engineering coursework here at the U of A. You will be required to reach a certain GPA based on the major. Major exploration happens throughout your first semester. You can come to the academic advisors, but also a great option for this is Engineering 102A.
Engineering 102A is the lecture series of the 102 class, where you will learn about each and every one of the engineering majors we offer here at the University of Arizona.
And in 102B, it's really the side of, hey, what is engineering and how can you put it, in terms of projects and working on a solar oven, how can you work together and just work as a team.
When I took Engineering 102A and B, I was really grateful that I got to take a class like that because it presented all of the different engineering majors and what they have to offer, and it really helped me solidify my choice in the major that I wanted to pursue. I really liked the solar oven throwdown because it was my first real engineering project that I worked on with a group, and I got to meet my team members and learn more about them, and we worked together and we actually did really well on our solar oven, so that was cool. And yeah, that was my favorite project from that class.
So our core courses are going to be Engineering 102A and B, Chemistry 151, English 102 or 109H, or if you're an international student, 108. We also look at Calc 1, Calc 2, and Vector Calculus, Physics 141 and 241. So those are considered our core units. Now, in order to graduate from the College of Engineering, you need 128 units. Most other colleges only require 120 units. So what does that mean? That means majority of your coursework is going to go toward your major. We don't require second language. We don't require any natural sciences. We have a great community and we have a whole lot of support. All you really have to do is ask for help and someone will be there to help. Math is a key to engineering. If you have not taken your SAT or ACT test, you will have to take the ALEKS placement test here at the U of A. If you do not take the ALEKS placement test, you will not be put in any math or science courses. So it's imperative for you to take your test. You can find links on our website. The College of Engineering, in collaboration with the think tank, offers math study groups to our engineering students for free. We have study groups for Calculus 1, Calculus 2, Vector Calculus, Differential Equations, and Physics 141. Tau Beta Pi, our Engineering Honor Society, also offers study groups for subjects that are more engineering specifics, such as coding, physics, or upper division courses. Tau Beta Pi members are students who have a engineering GPA of 3.0 or higher. Additional support services are Disability Resource Center, the DRC, Counseling and Psych Services, the CAP Center, Strategic Alternative Learning Techniques, the SALT Center. All right, so let's talk about Calc 1. So you may have noticed that there are two Calc 1s, Math 122A and B, and Math 125. Okay, so let's look at Math 125. Math 125 is Calc 1. It is worth 3 units. So if you don't know what a unit is, 1 unit is how much time you're going to be spending in class per week. So 125 is a 3-unit course. So that means you're going to be spending 3 hours per week in that class. Okay. 122A and B is worth 5 units. So if you sign up for that class, you're going to be spending at least 5 hours per week in front of the professor and in front of the TA. Okay, so that means more time, teaching time, and more time to learn for you. But 122A and B is 2 courses. Okay, the A portion is for 3 weeks. Okay. So 3 weeks, you will be taught college algebra, trig, and some pre-calculus, which most of you have already done. Okay, so at the end of 3 weeks, you will have a final. You pass that final, you'll be able to continue with 122B. If you do not pass that final, you'll be put into Math 120R, which is pre-calculus. Rule for study. So I don't know if you know the rule for study, but the rule for studying is for every hour you put in class, you should spend at least 2 hours outside of class studying. So a typical engineering schedule is 15 units. So that means 15 hours per week that you're going to be in class. So if you use our formula, you're going to be at least spending 30 hours per week studying. How many of you do that now? Now you get to hear from the gears, because they went through what you're going to go through.
The studying in high school is very different than the studying that I've done in college. College takes a lot more time to study and solidify the topics that are presented, especially in classes like calculus and chemistry. The good thing is that there are study groups that are offered for those classes, so I definitely would recommend to go to those just to get a head start on your studying for the next exam that you have.
So when I came from high school, I usually studied probably like an hour or 2 hours, and that was once a week because everything was being done and everything was going over in class in high school. And well, when I transitioned over into college, I learned that 2 to 3 hours wasn't even, touching the doorstep. So I started realizing, hey, you actually do need to put more time in it. And after a few exam grades that didn't go as well, started realizing, hey, I actually have to go to office hours and I had to start asking for help, which was something that I wasn't used to in high school since everything really was given to you.
One thing that I wish someone told me before I came to college is that it's okay to struggle. There's a lot more rigorous coursework that you'll be doing in college than you were in high school. And you might not get the best grade on maybe one of your first exams, but that just shows you that it's important to plan ahead so you have enough time to study for your exams and finish your homework as well. And make sure you're using those resources that is offered through the College of Engineering to be successful.
Another tip for success that I suggest is getting to know your professors and your advisors. Specifically, professors hold office hours, which is something that teachers did not hold in high school, at least for me. This is something that you must get used to, and it's something that you must realize is immensely helpful. If you go to office hours and get to know your professor, not only will they help you understand the material better, but they may have opportunities down the road for research and jobs.
Another thing is start getting study buddies or join clubs that allow you to meet new people and just take similar classes together. So when you start off as a freshman, everyone takes math classes, which are Calculus 1, Calculus 2. So I would recommend get with those people and just formulate a bond between each other and be like, hey, we're gonna study at this time and let's get this done. My final thing, not just for studying, but just taking care of yourself. Eat healthy, exercise, and more than anything, get some good sleep. I know it can be hard, but it's really necessary when you're doing exams and you're trying to do everything that you do while being a college student.
Make sure you check your email daily. You might want to check it once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once before you go to bed. Also with your emails, Dr. Bajents will also send his weekly message. And a weekly message will have success tips for success, some words of wisdom, and also if you want to know about internships, job opportunities, study-a-thons, whatever's going on in the College of Engineering is usually in his weekly message. So make sure you check your weekly message with Dr. Bajents. One of the things I want to emphasize right now is make sure you use your cat mail or your U of A address, okay? I don't want you to use bigpoppy@gmail.com, okay? We will not answer it. And by the way, I am not Big Poppy, so don't use that address, okay? Also include your student ID. Okay, how are we going to find you in the system if we don't have your student ID? So make sure or get used to using your student ID. So check your email, use your cat mail, and include your student ID. What happens next? By now you should have gotten your orientation date. Now, on the day of your orientation, you'll be meeting one-on-one with your freshman advisor. At that time, you'll go over your schedule, we'll answer questions, and your parents can attend as well. Parents, make sure you sign up for Dr. Bajents' email list, so therefore you can keep up with all the events that are going on here at the College of Engineering.